Feeling stuck, like life is moving past you while you stand still, motionless, powerless, out of control. You wake up in the morning, go through the motions like a robot. Go to work, come home, sit in front of your phone screen, scroll through social media, maybe crack open a beer or something stronger, and then go to bed, carrying that same weight on your chest, that lingering anxiety that never seems to leave. And so another day, another week, another month goes by. Nothing changes. Sound familiar? And don't think this is only your problem. It's the problem of most men whose daily lives feel like a repetitive movie. Work, obligations, scrolling, escaping into substances, numbing emotions, and night after night filled with the same feeling that life is slipping through their fingers. But there's a difference between those who give up and those who decide to take the first step. And in this video, I want to show you what that first step actually looks like. Not theoretically, not in the form of motivational slogans. I'll show you how to pull yourself out of this swamp of daily routine and feel that you really can take back control of your life. Let's start with a brutal truth. Most men are living in an illusion. You think others have it better, that their lives are full of success, passion, confidence. The truth? Most people are lost, too, stuck in routines, weighed down by everyday life. But the difference is that some decide to take action. You haven't done it yet. And you know what? There's no shame in that. This is the moment when you can wake up. Think about a typical day for you. You wake up, sometimes already tired from a sleepless night. A job that gives you no satisfaction, tasks that feel meaningless. During a break, you scroll through social media, seeing others succeed, seeing others live vibrant, energetic lives. And you feel that little sting of jealousy, that nagging sense that you've been left behind. You come home, sometimes alone, sometimes around people, but still isolated from yourself. You turn on a show, scroll through your phone, maybe open a beer, sometimes something stronger. And in all of this, a sense of guilt creeps in, because you know you're wasting time, that you're not where you should be, that you're not doing anything that truly matters. The feeling of stagnation, monotony, routine. It's not the world's fault. It's the result of your choices, or the lack of them. It's you allowing days to pass without action, without decisions, without control. And yes, I know, it's easy to say, harder to do. But nothing will change if you don't face the truth. If you don't admit to yourself. You have thousands of excuses running through your head. I don't have time. I don't know where to start. It won't make a difference. I can't do it. You know them, right? You repeat them so often they start to sound like the truth. But they aren't. They're just your mind trying to keep you where it feels safe. The human brain loves comfort. It loves the familiar. It would rather stay in an old, stuffy room than open the door to the unknown. And that's exactly why you feel trapped. Because you're stuck in the same cage, day after day, repeating the same patterns. But you know what? Comfort will never give you satisfaction. It will never give you meaning or energy. Comfort is not a reward. It's a trap that slowly kills you, piece by piece. How many times have you told yourself, I'll start tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll go for a run. Tomorrow I'll join the gym. Tomorrow I'll start planning. And tomorrow turns into a week into a month into a year, and you're still sitting in the same place, watching life slip through your fingers. How many tomorrows have you already had? How many more years are you willing to give to your comfort? Now tell me one thing. Do you want to keep living in this trap, feeding your excuses? Or do you really want to take the first step? Because this is the moment you have to answer for yourself. No one else will make this decision for you. The first step isn't complicated or spectacular. You don't have to quit your job, buy expensive equipment, or travel to the other side of the world to find purpose. The first step is a decision to stop pretending that everything is fine. A decision to finally take responsibility for your life, instead of waiting for something magical to change. Most men make the mistake of waiting for the perfect moment. Monday, the start of the month, a new year. But the truth is that perfect moment will never come. The first step always starts in chaos, fatigue, reluctance. Otherwise, you would never take it. Wake up 30 minutes earlier. Not to prove anything to anyone else, but to finally do something for yourself. Instead of immediately reaching for your phone, go for a run, stretch, write your thoughts in a notebook. You'll be surprised at how much energy such a simple action can give you. Write down your priorities. Not big dreams like, I'll be a millionaire or I'll build the perfect body. But 3 things you can actually do today. Simple, realistic, doable. This gives you an immediate sense of control. Change one habit. Instead of scrolling through social media for an hour, go for a walk. Instead of grabbing a beer, drink water and write down what you're really feeling. Instead of watching another episode. And here's the most important part. Don't count on motivation. Motivation is a luxury that shows up occasionally and disappears quickly. If you wait for motivation, you've already lost. What matters is discipline. Daily, small, concrete actions. They build your strength. They create a new you. They give you the feeling that you finally have control. Do you know what happens when you start taking action? You start to feel energy. You start to feel agency. You start to believe that change is possible. Because it already is happening, the moment you take the first step, even the smallest one. I won't lie to you. It's going to be tough. When you start taking the first step, doubts, fear, and guilt will appear in your mind. Your inner critic will start talking. Why are you doing this? You'll fail anyway. You're too weak. It's too late to change. That's natural. Your mind will try to keep you in old patterns because they feel safe. But this is the moment where the biggest battle happens, the battle with yourself. Most people run to what's familiar, to a beer after work, hours of scrolling through their phone, binge-watching shows that drown out the silence in their heads, to staying constantly busy with things that change nothing. But you can't go down that road. It's a highway to nowhere. It's slowly killing you from the inside. Instead of running, stand in those emotions. Write them down. Name them. Feeling fear? Write, I'm afraid I won't make it. Feeling shame? Write, I feel weak. Feeling anger? Write, I'm pissed off that I'm wasting my life. This is the first step toward freedom. Not perfection, not instant success, but real liberation from what's holding you captive inside. Imagine a man coming home from work. Automatically, he reaches for a beer to numb his exhaustion. But this time, instead of opening the can, he picks up a notebook. He starts writing. I'm tired. I feel stuck. I feel bad. And suddenly, after a few minutes, he feels relief. For the first time, he isn't running away, he's confronting himself. And that creates the space to do something different the next day. Don't be afraid of this confrontation. Yes, it will hurt. Yes, it will be uncomfortable. But this is what separates people who truly change from those who spend their whole lives burying their heads in the sand. Only when you look in the mirror and say, "This is me. These are my emotions. This is my pain." Let me give you an example. Jack, a man who for years stayed in a job that didn't satisfy him, stuck in the same routine where every day felt like a copy of the last. After 10 years, he felt invisible, to himself and to others. Loneliness, guilt, lack of energy. Evenings spent with a beer and the TV. Weekend after weekend lost in meaningless distractions. Sound familiar? But one day, Jack decided he would no longer be a victim of his own life. He started with one tiny step. He got up 30 minutes earlier than usual. Not to do something huge, but to do something for himself. He grabbed a notebook and wrote down 3 things he wanted to change. Simple, realistic steps. Nothing spectacular, just the first move toward the life he truly wanted to live. And suddenly, things started to change. After a month, he had the energy for a morning workout that had once seemed impossible. After 3 months, he began engaging in conversations with people he had long avoided. A year later, he was running his own project that gave him purpose, passion, and a sense of agency. It all started with one decision, one step, and you can do it too. Not tomorrow, today. You don't need to have everything planned out. You don't need a year-long strategy. You only have what you do now. One small step. One choice to finally stop being a passive observer of your life and start creating it. Because the truth is, everyone who has changed their life started in exactly the same place you are now, with a sense of stagnation, fear, and uncertainty. The only difference is that they made the decision to act. You can do the same.
If you want to know exactly how Jack took that first step and what practical exercises he used, I've described it all in detail in my ebook. You'll find the link in the description and pinned comment, a complete step-by-step strategy you can start applying right away. No theory, no empty motivational talk, just concrete tools that actually work. And one more thing, if this video gave you something, if you felt even a spark that change is possible, leave a like and subscribe to the channel. I'll be sharing more content with real tools for action. Not pointless slogans or empty words, but strategies and impulses that help you take life into your own hands. Because here's the brutal truth. No one is going to do it for you. No one will put your life on the right track if you don't. But you can start today, not tomorrow. Now. Every minute you delay is a minute you hand over to comfort, excuses, and stagnation. Remember, change begins with a decision that leads to the first step. Take that step today, and a month, a year from now, you'll look back and be grateful that you finally stopped standing still. Remember, life doesn't wait. Every minute you spend standing still is a minute you're giving away to routine, fear, and excuses. The fact that you feel trapped today doesn't mean it will always be that way. Don't let stagnation become your normal. One step, one decision, one action. And everything can change. You don't need a perfect plan. You don't need anyone's permission. You don't need motivation or energy that so often isn't there. You only need to act now. Not tomorrow, not in an hour. Now, take that step today, because the life you want won't come to you on its own. You have to take it into your own hands. One step, one decision. And you'll feel that you finally started to become the master of your own destiny.